everyone, thank you so much for tuning back to Urban Tropical. First of all, I just want to say have a wonderful happy new year, and I just want to say thank you to those 500 people who have subscribed to me. Actually, I never imagined that I will have a 500 subscribers. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me, and actually I haven't done any recent video for a while. It was just Christmas and kids' school holidays. I just wanted to have some time with them, and now we are back in new year, and I was thinking, okay, what should I do my very first video? And I really wanted to give an update how my Ensete is doing. I am in my loft right now. It's been well over 2 months and I have not checked my Ensete. Is it doing well? Is it doing worse? I really have no idea. The alarming thing actually happened when I opened the ladder to the loft. It was really wet. That means I have got really high humidity up here. In terms of temperature, my loft is not really a good place. It's really 1 or 2 degrees less than outside, and I have just brought my hygrometer here to measure, and the humidity is coming to around 75 to 80%. It's just fluctuating. So before me talking too much, let's just see how is my Ensete doing. On top of that, I just want to add that I had 2 Ensetes, if you remember in my previous videos. One I decided to keep out, but it was so beautiful. I just thought it might die because there was a lot of a frost happening. So I dug it up and I stored it in my home under the stairs because I couldn't figure out where I can store such a big plant. And I'm going to show you as well how is that looking, and that's been for a month, and this one has been stored well over 2 months. So let's just get to it. Okay, so this, if you remember, I just stored it as it is in the box, and it has been in the same position for 2 months. And what has really happened, that it looks like it has lost a bit of its structure because it has been leaning like this. So what I have to do is rotate to the other side. Now going back to how much it has shrunk, because it is going to lose moisture. So this bit has these were all leaves, if you recall. They have all dried out and they are touching the main stem. The mistake I made here was I cut the leaves too close to the stem, and when I was going to do my second one, I left a lot of gap because I realized it was shrinking a lot. So that means I didn't want it to touch my stem so quickly. And if I show you every single leaf here, it has dried up completely. It's not rotten, but it is completely dry and it's just keep on going down. It's now, I don't feel like it's going to survive, to be honest. It still has maybe half a kilo it weighs, and it used to weigh a good 3-4 kilos. That's the big difference in terms of how much weight it has lost. I don't feel like this is a good place. Again, I could be so wrong. I have no idea if this is going to survive. The bottom feels fine as well, but it has lost a lot of weight. In terms of comparison, I don't know how much weight it should lose. I mean, it was so heavy the day I stored it. It's so light 2 months down the line. But this is this was the last leaf which I left a bit of it here. It's still fine, so there could still be hope, and I really hope there is. I'm going to actually take it out. Okay, so that's all dried out, and it's still continuing dry out here. This does not look really good actually. This is completely dry. This no good at all. This one is good here, all good. So what I'm trying to get to is, by the time we hit March, even I lose up to here, I still have something to go up by, but I wouldn't know if that will be enough. And I'm not sure if I should still leave it up here or take it down. The only negative so far is in mid-January we are expecting really low temperatures, so that might be a problem. But I think I should do it for experiment. I'm not going to take it downstairs. I'm going to see if it will survive in a loft, which is really 1 or 2 degrees less than the outside temperature. It has really high humidity here, and let's see what can really happen. The only reason I feel a bit more comfortable, because I do have another one. So if this one dies, I will say I do like to experiment as well. So I do have another one, and I'm going to show you that one now. So this is my understairs, and let's see how the other Ensete is doing. Actually, this one is so much easier to keep an eye on because it's so much easy access and I can just look anytime I want. So this is the size of it, and I don't think I can see really well inside, so I'm just going to take it out. Okay, so actually it really felt it hasn't lost much weight. The only key thing to highlight is the other one was dug somewhere in mid-October, and this one I was not planning to dig up at all, and it was done somewhere early December or mid-December. So in terms of storage time, this one had far less storage time compared to the other one. So the longer the storage time, more moisture we're going to lose. So the mistake I was talking about, so if you look at this one, I cut the leaf here. Generally I would cut the leaf here. So in 1 month, this is how much I have lost, and it's still going to carry on coming towards the stem. So even if you look at this one, I cut it really long. That means this bit is drying and it's gonna continue all the way until we get to March pretty much. And it has happened on every single leaf. So this is the mistake I made on the very first one. So please don't repeat my mistakes. The longer you can leave here, better it is in terms of storage, because you want to give this plant a lot of moisture to have, because eventually it's all gonna dry up. So the more moisture, the more plant there is, the chances of survival are great. And in terms of bottom, I didn't actually wash it really well. You can see it had not that much big rooting system, and this is all dried up, so that's a good news. This is not completely dried up, but it doesn't look like it's going to cause any trouble, to be honest. And this bed is fine so far, but it's still continuing to do the bad things it's supposed to. I have not actually put any sulfur on this one, so even if I cut it here, it's still going to do the same exercise. That's what I have learned from my experience. So I'm just going to leave it. The danger might happen when it's going to touch my stem here, and it might start to cause rot to this one. That is yet to be seen. So because it's under my stairs, I can really keep an eye on this one. So this is going to be my priority, that it survives. And the one in the loft, I mean, I don't have great hopes. If it does survive, it's fantastic. And on top of that, this time I left this leaf as well, and I left all this. So I was just trying to give the plant a lot of moisture in there so that it can survive. Again, we just try to do, you know, bits and pieces to see if what can really work. And I'm just going to put it back into the under the stair again. So in terms of temperature, it's on constant around 20 degrees average, because that's the 20 degrees Celsius. That's the average temperature I have in my home. And of course it fluctuates as well. And humidity is pretty much around 50% in my home in winter. It goes down to even 40%. I hope this was helpful, and at the same time you can actually check your Ensetes as well, how they are doing, and you can leave tips. And please do tell me if you think I should really take it out of the loft and store it in my home, because I sometimes just do get carried away with things, to be honest, and I'm just thinking I should leave it. Maybe it's such a wrong thing to do, but please do leave in comments. And thank you so much for watching. It's Raj from Urban Tropical. Bye bye.